Hey, Everett's live music coming out today just for a quick shout out about upcoming summer solstice, man. I mentioned it out last year and stuff, so I think those are like our 4 points of the year that we have to mark as like not how we keep time, but like days that we recognize as time is going to change. It's going to be the longest time day for us here in the northern hemisphere, and we'll receive as much of the sun's direct sunlight as we do throughout the year. And after that day, for us, especially here in the Vegas Valley, the days are going to start getting shorter. And after probably another 45 days, and as we get into September, it'll start to cool off a little bit here. We've just been thrown into the furnace a little bit here. We'll see how this summer goes. It's like our weather. It's all right. And then another shout out is today, like some other thoughts. Why do we have volunteers? Why do people volunteer? If some people have so much money, how did we develop a system where people volunteer? It should be almost like a lottery selection, right? If you're working at the Salvation Army on days and stuff, right? And you agree to go down there, box this food up, and I would hope that it's all with the least amount of impact on our environment and stuff that this all happens, but it's what, is outdated and handed down from the local stores and stuff. This happens throughout many communities, and I'm very appreciative of it, because through my days, I have very much so depended on this at times through our poorest days. Me and the kid, I very much appreciate our area where we live in. Henderson has not been a tough town to find food in. If you can get around a little bit, you might have to take a bus, but not too far, man. And you can get yourself a full box full of food or something to bring back to you wherever you're staying, or however you got to get by. There are some opportunities. You got to get out and go after it a little bit. So I applaud the community that I live in, that I've seen, for the most part, for me at least, definitely, and it's helped me through times. But yeah, I'm wondering, like, why are there volunteers not paid? If some people have so much money, how could we ever have volunteers? So like I said earlier, like a lottery selection, right? And like I've lottery selected to go help. And actually I'm going to get paid really good money that day. Wow, I didn't expect to get that for today. Well, we've changed the idea of volunteering into, I can't explain why I would ask you to do something for free when I have so much. And it's not to put all the weight on some individual person. A lot of the conversations I have are like that, and I would hope to hear something back, but I don't, so I'll play off it myself. If you're thin calloused and you're like really well off, dude, that's really sad. But outside of that is just ways to make this like, how is that happening, right? How is that happening? And I don't know if everything is made fair with a dollar. I don't like the dollar. I think the dollar is part of our undoing. We tried to put a dollar on everything, and it has not worked for us. So we need to move past that into the future. However, some of our people decide this might happen best. All right, put some effort into it, because I know you most of it scares you when you think of like a socialist economy or some other thing. But we waste a lot in our individualities, and this idea of the competition brings the best product to the table, rather than the combination of many ideas and thoughts and feelings and minds of many. We could get into that if I could get something coming back. And then, for the technology and the artificial intelligence and the robots and the way history has gone for all of us, I'll just stress again today, man, I don't understand it. we've been sold out so many times over, so many of us, so many people, so like, how is that possible? And we didn't invest in our people, we invested in technology to replace us. And you can say that's a lie, but like, we didn't really vote to like turn our lives over to technology, but it is that way now. For most of us in a lot of businesses and stuff, you can't even submit paperwork anymore. You have to submit it through, online. And maybe that you're right. That saves trees. How many? When they're just deforesting so many areas. A lot of these are arguments that we could have if there was two sides to have it at this moment. I can't. When I get that back, it'll be interesting. But for summer solstice coming, like, that would for me like be a day of the year. There's 4 of them. We got 2 solstices and then the equinoxes. Your fall and spring equinox, and then your summer and winter solstices. So like, just turning points of the year for the planet, and like when you're trying to align yourself with something that's much greater than you, and that we're all a part of, and we're just a piece of this place, man. Please don't sell us out, and let's look for a better tomorrow today. Come on, say something back. Peace.